Should you refinance your student loans? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'll explain what student loan refinancing is, the difference between that and student loan consolidation, and how to know if it's the right choice for you. Stick around, and I'll also share the best way to refinance your student loans. My name is Jazzy, and I'm the founder of First Hustle Then Brunch. I graduated from one of the top universities in the country with both a bachelor's and master's degree, as well as a whopping six-figure student loan debt. I have refinanced my student loans twice, so I can answer any questions you have about how it works. Before we dive in, I wanted to share some stats with you from the Education Data Initiative. As of September 27, 2021, student loan debt in the US totaled $1.73 trillion and grows 6 times faster than the nation's economy. An estimated 43 million student borrowers are in debt by an average of $39,351. That is insane. I could spend so much time talking about how I feel about the student debt crisis, but I'll save that for another day. For now, let's talk about the options you have to save money and potentially time when paying off your student loans. When you took out your student loans, you probably didn't have much control when it came to the interest rate, which we know can quickly add thousands of dollars to your student loan balance over time. With a better interest rate, you can save money on your student loans and pay them off faster. That's why many people consider student loan refinancing or student loan consolidation in the years after they graduate. Most people have multiple federal loans, but they could also have some private loans with various balances and interest rates. With student loan consolidation, you will essentially combine all of your federal student loans into a brand new federal loan with one single payment and one interest rate. Again, this loan would be from the federal government and have specific protections that I'll go over later. When you refinance your student loans, a private lender will pay off your existing private or federal loans and combine them into a new loan with a single monthly payment and one interest rate. So why might you want to refinance your student loans? The obvious and most common reason is to get a lower interest rate. Variable interest rates, which change based on how the market is going, could be good if you plan to pay off the student loan relatively quickly. If not, you may want to switch from a variable interest rate to a fixed interest rate that stays the same throughout the life of the loan. If you sign up for autopay, you could receive an additional discount on the interest rate. Lenders want to make sure they get paid, and you'll have one less thing to worry about each month. Other reasons include reducing the number of bills you have to keep up with, lowering your monthly payment, or reducing the amount of time it takes to pay off the loan. I'll share an easy way to refinance your student loans in a bit, but when it's time to compare the monthly payment, make sure that the savings you receive is not because you've increased the length of repayment. Otherwise, you could end up paying more over the life of the loan. For example, your old monthly payment was $500 and the length of repayment was 10 years. Now you have a $250 monthly payment, but the length of repayment is 20 years. Student loan refinancing is a great option for those who have a lot of high interest federal and/or private student loans. However, you're more likely to be approved for a new loan if you have good credit and earn a consistent monthly income. Before you consider refinancing your federal student loans, keep in mind that once you do, you will forfeit some protections. For example, you may no longer be eligible for student loan forgiveness, income-based repayment plans, or payment postponement if you go back to school or experience a hardship like a global pandemic. If you plan to use any federal repayment programs or think that you could in the future, I do not recommend refinancing your federal student loans. For those reasons, I chose to only refinance my private student loans. However, I know that some lenders, such as SoFi, have unemployment protection programs that could help if you need it. I refinanced with them right after I graduated from undergrad. I had 4 different private loans with variable interest rates from 12 to 16%, which is ridiculous, and I lowered my interest rate to 6%, which saved me over $28,000. So once you've decided that you want to refinance your student loans, how do you go about doing it? There are so many private lenders that offer student loan refinancing. Most of the time, you can check your rate on their websites without it impacting your credit score. However, it takes a lot of time to research all of the options and apply. Earlier this year, I found a much easier way to refinance your student loans. It's an organization called Juno, started by a group of millennials who realized young people were drowning in student debt and wanted to do something about it. They realized that if they got a bunch of people together, they could use the power of group buying, similar to a Groupon or Hotels.com, to negotiate a better deal for everyone. If you want to get in on their negotiated rates, you can apply at the link in the description below. It takes 2 minutes and it just requires some basic information. It's also completely free and there's no commitment to take any of their deals. I used Juno to refinance my student loans again this year, and I loved that I only had to apply once and I had offers to compare from multiple lenders. In addition to better loan terms, a few deals that caught my eye were the interest rate discounts, and you can get up to a $1,000 bonus when you refinance. They also have several scholarships, including a monthly one for $1,000 that can be applied towards current tuition or towards your existing loans if you already have them. I'm not sure why it took so long for something like this to be available, but I'm glad it's here and I hope you're able to take advantage of it too. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video where I talk about the debt payoff method called the debt snowball.